Pour a spoonful into the pot. Your plants will grow big and healthy, and you won't need to fertilize them. It's an energy boost for potted plants that look weak. First, gently loosen the soil around the plant. You can do this with a knife or a spoon. Do it carefully to avoid damaging the roots. Next, remove the roots along with the soil. Now it's time for the mysterious powder. Dust the soil and roots with potato starch. This is a very important step. You may not realize it, but if you skip this step, mold will appear in the pot. Potato starch contains many nutrients such as iron, zinc, potassium, and phosphorus. Next, put the roots with soil back into the pot. Prepare fresh soil that is rich in nutrients and minerals for your plants. This way, you will take care of your plants effectively, and you will avoid mold in the soil. I'll show you how to stimulate pepper seeds to germinate within a few hours. Sprouts will appear as soon as the next day. This is the fastest method for germinating seeds. You'll need pepper seeds, cosmetic pads, and boiling water. I'll take the seeds from a fresh pepper I bought this morning. Look at these little seeds. Each has a tiny tip. That's where the root emerges when the seed germinates. The seeds need time for this area to soften and release the root under the influence of moisture. So take scissors and cut off this part, but just the tip. Do the same with the remaining seeds. Look again. Cut only the protruding tip. Don't cut too much to avoid damaging the seed. Place the seeds on a cosmetic pad. This alone will speed up germination. On the second pad, I'll leave the seeds with intact tips. Now prepare 2 bowls. Pour hot water into one and cold water into the other. Fold the pad with the seeds and grasp it with tweezers. Now, the most important part. Dip the cotton pad with the seeds into hot water for 3 seconds, then into cold water for 5 seconds. And again, dip it into hot water for 3 seconds and into cold water for 5. Repeat this process 5 times. This naturally stimulates the seeds to germinate. In spring, the soil warms up during the day and cools down at night. By soaking the seeds alternately in hot and cold water, you trick them a bit and accelerate their growth. I'll do the same with the pad containing intact seeds. Place the soaked seeds in a cup. Pour a little water to moisten the cosmetic pads with seeds. Cover them with another pad. Cover with plastic wrap. Place it on the windowsill if the sun is shining. You'll be surprised by the result the next day. On top, I have the pad with the seeds I didn't cut. And at the bottom of the cup are the seeds with the trim tips. See how they look after one day. They've sprouted. Seeds have never germinated this quickly before. Trimming the tips and using boiling water made the seeds start germinating within 24 hours. On the second pad, the seeds haven't sprouted yet. These are the ones I didn't touch with scissors. So try the method with scissors and boiling water as soon as possible. Nothing pleases an amateur gardener as much as quickly germinating seeds. Instead of throwing away, pour water and water tomato seedlings. Even the weakest seedlings will grow strong, healthy, and sturdy. All you need is a fertilizer that you can make at any time. It accelerates the growth of tomato seedlings. It strengthens the roots. Just apply it 2 or 3 times every 10 days, for watering but also as a spray. It contains appropriate amino acids, minerals, vitamins, and bacteria. To make it, take ordinary bread. Various bread leftovers, whether fresh or dried, will be suitable. Prepare any jar with a capacity of about 1 liter. Crumble the bread and put it into the jar. Fill the jar with bread to half its volume. Pour water over it. You can use rainwater. Add 1 teaspoon of sugar. Sugar accelerates fermentation. Cover the jar and set it aside in a warm place for 2 days. After this time, Prepare a container with a sieve and strain the bread. Dilute the obtained liquid by pouring 3 liters of water. Add 3 tablespoons of milk. Milk will further improve the fertilizer's properties. Now just water the seedlings. You can feed smaller seedlings using a syringe. Larger ones just need watering. You can also pour the liquid into a sprayer and use it as a spray. You'll see that tomato seedlings will quickly become stronger and won't stretch out. You can also use this fertilizer for other seedlings. For example, for cucumber or pepper seedlings. Put in bags, hang in the garden, and spray. This tried-and-true trick works not only on aphids and spider mites, but also protects your plants from many pests. When spring comes, all the plants in the garden come to life. If you don't provide them with protection against pests, you'll soon have to fight them. Aphids on roses, fruit trees, and other plants are a nuisance for every gardener. But you can provide them with protection in spring. All it takes is an ecological trick, safe for plants. Additionally, it protects plants even when you're not in the garden or on the plot for several days. Most methods for dealing with aphids require spraying. They need to be repeated, especially after rain, because the spray stops working. But this method won't stop working even after rain. On the contrary, rain works in its favor. It's environmentally friendly. What's so great about it? Soap. Every gardener knows its effectiveness in fighting pests, but few use it in this way. Crush soap into pieces. Prepare scraps of material from an old sheet or cloth. Pack the soap pieces in them. Tie up such bundles on trees and shrubs where you usually fight aphids every year and spray. Wet soap smells more intense. It will repel pests until the rain completely dissolves it. Water these seedlings. You'll manage to strengthen them before planting them in the field. You'll speed up the development of roots, shoots, and leaves. You'll fortify the young plants. They'll be more resistant to diseases and unfavorable weather conditions. To prepare it, you need a few products that you surely have at home. To start, about 10 grams of onion skins are enough. Transfer them to a jar and pour about a liter of hot but not boiling water over them. Close the jar and set it aside, preferably for 1 day in a warm place. The next day, strain the liquid through a sieve lined with gauze. This liquid alone is rich in many nutrients and minerals such as potassium, phosphorus, and magnesium. To this water, add 1 teaspoon of dried yeast and 1 teaspoon of sugar. Mix it and leave it for 2 hours. Yeast is a source of B group vitamins. It also contains magnesium, phosphorus, and potassium. Before watering the seedlings, the fertilizer should be diluted in 4 liters of water. Water the seedlings with the diluted fertilizer. You'll strengthen tomato seedlings even before planting them in the field. You can use this fertilizer once every 10 to 14 days. Even frail seedlings will become strong and healthy.